I first met Mike probably in 2003 on the Lost Creek fire.
Oh, yeah.
And from when I got involved with the union, Mike has always been like kind of a mentor, like very, like gave me information and kind of gave me the history of Local 5, because he, and like, you know what, there's a lot of people that have got information from Mike, and Mike has always been there for Local 5. When he was a VP and he represented Local 5, he was there when the Rappel committee like he was right in there, and he was standing up for Local 5. So I thought it was, even though Mike was part of Local 12, Mike has done so much for Local 5, and I just wanted to recognize, even though he's a life member for AUPE, he will always be a life member for Local 5. So Mike, congratulations. And we got since you started the kazooing tradition, you get the golden kazoo.
The golden kazoo.
And you get a nice sweater as well.
Oh, right on.
And it says life member on it, so
awesome.
now people will
recognize there we go. Thanks very much. Yeah, no, my heart and soul has been Local 5. I started in 1982, January 6, 82, down in Bragg Creek as a guardian. And I spent a year there, saw enough craziness in the newly designated Kananaskis country that I moved off to Valley View, DeBolt Ranger Station. I worked out for 5.5 years, and that's where I first became active around 1984 as a chapter, on the chapter executive. And I continued that when I went to Lac La Biche in 1988, and stayed with the whole chapter right until I went through becoming the local council member. And so it's been a growing process. I was actually got railroaded into being a local council member by Doug Gamble. Doug Gamble used to be the chair of Local 5 back in the 80s and early 90s. He's also the very first guy I met on the job when I moved to Bragg Creek. And he was a park ranger who was playing crib by himself, and I thought that was very odd. But okay, solitude does weird things to people. So, yeah, so it was there was another local council member, and I was the alternate. And then one day that local council member moved to Rocky Mountain House. And so, okay, Mike, you gotta go. Oh, by the way, he was the secretary of the local. So now you have to be the local secretary. So I went a whole election cycle and found out there's actually elections for that position. You can't just tell someone they're doing it. So, and then I just kept doing it. And just two little stories I want to tell. I'm not sure when I started doing the kazoo thing. It was involving Mr. Podolsky there. And but I started singing Solidarity Forever. I saw a picture of me doing it at convention 1999. And I'm pretty sure it started before then. And then shortly after that, once Brother Kenny got involved in the kazoo, and the kazoo band showed up. And Local 5's been good about getting out there and supporting it. And as you can see, there's usually a thunderous ovation from the 1,200 people present, and I think it's excellent acknowledgement in these tough last few fire years of the hard work that everybody does involved in fire. And I've actually expanded that thanks to all the membership that's involved in the hospitals, evacuating people. As we get more and more evacuations, it involves so many more people, but I think there's a much greater appreciation among the locals for the work that you guys do in the back country and the front country and that sort of thing. So that's that. And the other thing I want to speak of, I mentioned that the MSO representing Local 5 was Brian Randall. And he actually came originally from Local 3. He was a gardener at the Peace River Jail. And he was a forward-thinking guy. He actually was hired to help the inmates grow crops, to be self-sufficient in food. And then that got cut out by the Klein years. They cut out that program, and that was really forward-thinking. But somewhere along the way, he ended up as the representative of the council, or the rep for Local 5. And to that effect, he represented you members well over from like the late 80s right until he retired, I think I want to say somewhere between 2005 and 2010. And this past summer, on August 23rd, I had I took it upon myself, and I hope you're okay with that, there's a life celebration. Brian passed away from cancer a year ago, just about last December, and the celebration of life was in Peace River on August 23rd. And I went there and I spoke on behalf of the local, and did a little presentation to Audrey Randall, his very active in Local 1, used to be a Local 1 chair, and spoke on behalf, and she let everybody there know, it was at the Legion, and of how Brian and Local 5 got on well together, how strong we were together, and so it was really appreciated about that, of not only the relationship that we had with Brian, but also the relationship that we had within the communities, these rural communities as well too. I'll teach you Brian as well too. So I'll continue the best I can. Just to let you know, I've been approved to be on the standing committee for pensions. As life members, you can do that, you just can't vote. So I said, that's okay, make me vice chair. The vice chair, if he's conducting an election, can't vote anyway. Because I still sit on the board of directors for the Public Service Pension Plan. The union asked me to keep doing that, to represent your interests on the pension board. So I've been doing that for 10 years now, and I'm still doing it. And so then I'm hoping to get some initiatives going to increase members' knowledge of financial security and that sort of thing over the next couple of years, working with Darren Graham, who's the chair of the committee. So that's me. That's me and my piece.
Thanks, Mike.
This is just some stuff I brought. Belt buckles. The very first one here. Yeah, going Department of Interior, 1883. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much. Oh yeah, I'm gonna forget this.